Right now, we're going to talk about the comic Firefly, The Fall Guys, new comic out in trade from Boom Studios. And it's continuing the story of the remaining crew of the Firefly, ship from the TV show Firefly, the movie Serenity. If you're familiar with any of that in the Joss Whedon verse, just know that Joss Whedon didn't write this. And
I know, right?
yeah, I noticed that they went out of their way to cherry pick out the problematic elements. Joss Whedon didn't write this. Adam Baldwin's character has conveniently died off in between panels outside of this.
That's what I was wondering as I was reading. I was like, "Where's Jane?"
While I'm reading this, I'm just thinking, you would not believe your eyes if 10 million fireflies lit up the world as you fell asleep.
Oh, stop it. Okay, you know what? Yeah. All right. To anyone who respects the property, this is continuing the story of the remaining crew of the Firefly ship Serenity. And now the crew's broke. They're out of luck. This takes place years after we saw them in their last on-screen adventure. So if anyone recalls the movie Serenity, Wash had passed. Zoe was mourning his death along with Mr. Universe and the rest of them, and then kind of continued on. And now River's the pilot. So it continues that lore, but it's years later because now apparently Zoe was pregnant at the end, which makes that last battle scene so much more messed up because I'm like, y'all just beating out a pregnant woman. People, please.
Well, to be fair, she didn't know at the time.
I know.
But now there is a comic that shows when she found out.
But now in this story, it's about 10 years later. Their daughter is about 10 years old, and she's on their adventures with them. Why? Because they're mercenaries who live in a ship. Where else you gonna go? So now the crew is broke. They're out of luck. They'll have to deal with a bunch of shadier associates if they're gonna keep flying. So they take what seems to be an easy job in this town, and only half the crew's needed. So some half stay on the ship and stuff. Either way, everything goes straight to hell, and the feds show up. The locals get involved. There's a high-profile politician who's almost assassinated. Now has a grudge. And throws in the mix all types of extreme measures. We bringing in future napalm. Things go real bad real quick, and it was awesome. I love the hell out of this. I'm just gonna say it up front. But we all got to check this out. Shayna, tell us why you loved it.
Because I could literally hear people say bad Mandarin in Southern accents in my head while I read it.
That's the thing. If you a fan, you are ruined for any kind of objective intro in this because I'm already hearing all the lines that I'm reading on the paper in people's voices and accents.
If you've ever heard someone swear in Mandarin in real life and then hear it on this show,
you probably have a bad litmus test for it.
No, I'm just saying it's like saying anything like any other language in a Southern accent. I just start saying Spanish,
from
yo soy Abby, me gusta comida mucho.
Hold on, Mike and I are Haitian. Manger la bouillie.
Momo la caille.
Try saying it with a Pat, you try saying it with a Boston accent. Mike, you try saying it with a New York accent.
Thank you in Mandarin. Shush. Just
right. And be like, yeah.
Hey, yo, Richie Ray Corn. Richie, I can't even do it. Richie Ray Corn.
Exactly. It feels wrong. I went to school in Chinatown when I was a kid. So I know what it's supposed to sound like. I don't speak Mandarin in Cantonese, but I know what it sounds like because I grew up around it. And so I'm just so every time they were like, Goram, and I'm like, oh my God, it's not how it's pronounced. Oh my God, I can't.
Maybe that's a testament to the acting then. They were so good, they could have learned the language and then learn how to say it improperly.
I think they never knew how to say it.
I think
properly.
it's, it's
more
like,
likely, but.
it's like the easiest solution, like probably like it's easier for them to sort of not learn it and just pronounce it in the most like southern way possible than it is for them to learn it properly and then actively say it improperly.
No, of course not. With no coaches.
Like for anyone who doesn't know, like in the canon of Firefly, when humanity had to abandon Earth because they had messed it up, only 2 countries were left, and it was China and America. So that's why everyone speaks a mix of English and Mandarin, but it seems like it had over time primarily been English, and they only swear in Mandarin.
No, one thing I do, so one of my friends is fluent in French, and so every time we go to a bookshop together, I find the French-English dictionary, and I go out of my way to just Americanize every single word.
And parts of them die every time.
Yes, they do not like me for it.
Abby just a chaos agent, y'all. Just
Gemma Pell.
See, in that moment.
Like,
in that moment, they were like, "Oh, ugly American. Oh, this is why we don't like y'all."
Enchante.
If you honestly just like put the effort into learning like the right pronunciation and like conjugation, all that stuff, and then all you have to do at one point, you really want to blow someone's mind, just bust out some French, fluid, perfect pronunciation, and then go right back to the way you speak it, like out of nowhere. Because you know it's like on le du fromage. So I'm like saying like you gonna mess up someone, like their brain will fry like right on the just like oh, Abby speaks what?
Well, the only language I can fluently speak is English, and that is stretching it.
Everyone's messed up. Everyone you speak, everyone you speak to that's from another country, maybe not Asian countries, but anyone from any Arabic-based speaking countries or Latin-based language countries, they'll say that I speak this and I speak that and I speak these 4 languages, but you speak English. English is the most complex language. It's like, yeah, fine. If you a native speaker, that doesn't make it seem easier, and that doesn't make any other language. All that means is we are messed up for any of the other norms that everyone else just had a leg up on in the world.
That is, English speakers on average have a harder time learning other, especially non-Latin languages. Because, well, let's be fair, modern English is a mix of at least 3 languages.
I follow the Rob Words YouTube channel too. I know.
Right, like so,
it's a bit of Scandinavian language, Germanic, Latin, and they all had a threesome.
Just an unwanted bastard redhead stepchild of languages.
Yeah, because we have a bunch of words that we use that are French.
Just a mutt language. Hodgepodge of everything. Every weekend furlough and deadbeat dad of languages out there.
The language of
all the
English
other countries came
is
together,
like
had
the
a key
English
party.
Museum. The English
American
language
English was its child.
Yes.
Yeah.
We don't know who the father was.
Everybody's a father.
I know.
Everybody.
Europe is the father.
Turn up. It's like that scene from Life. All the countries gonna pull up. I'm the pappy. We're all claiming it.
All right. So English is complex. Back to Firefly, y'all.
I know, right?
Anyways, speaking of space westerns,
there's a nice illusion in this. They actually show when the alliances, the government forces, when those ships lands, they have the flag. That's a combination of the American and Chinese flag.
So it's like the American flag on a red field, which is interesting.
So what happens in this is the Firefly crew that went to take this meeting to accept this job, it ends up that they were framed. They get framed for an assassination attempt, on the Alliance Prime Minister. So now the whole rest of the book is them and basically trying to not be killed.
Yes.
You know, this whole planet goes on lockdown. They got crazy soldiers who are depicted a lot more competent than I remember them ever being shown before. Definitely not in the show. Definitely not in the in the
Well,
in
to
the
be
film.
fair, these are the ones who specifically guard the prime minister. So I'm assuming the ones that take care of the head of state are a little better than your average soldiers, rattling around the outer planets, because ain't nobody want to be out there anyway.
You would hope.
In this economy, no.
Yeah.
All right, so Mike, want to give us your thoughts on Firefly?
No, the comic was good. I enjoyed reading this. I remember the show Firefly from the parts and bits that I remember getting from it. I remember all the characters. I remember the overall tone. It's like Guardians of the Galaxy light. No disrespect to anybody. I don't want to start any fights nowhere. I know there are some diehard Firefly fans out there. It's just a light-hearted kind of, we're here to kick some space butt. And that's what you're getting here. I love the character dynamics in here. Everybody's just, a little bit badass in their own, a little chill in their own. But I like the soul dynamic. It was a good read. Like, I sat there, I would say for the first time, I sat there in quiet and read this comic just front to back, just nothing going on in the background.
I was about to say, nice. Yeah, what you reading it out loud to to minions or your fans? Like, I sat there quietly and read. How else do you do it?
I read to my cat. I read to my cat when I'm here. It helps me remember. I don't remember things a lot if I don't read them out loud. So like, if I know I'm gonna come and I gotta come here and do this, like talk about it, I gotta read it out loud to myself.
You do like a dramatic reading of like.
I do sometimes.
Where like you do like the voices of like each of the characters and just like assign them like different voices. And,
whatever voice pops up in my head is what comes.
Might just be at home. Today, Mittens, we're talking about Chaucer.
I've definitely done that where I've gone from.
I'm just imagining him reading Shakespeare to his cat, just saying like, "To be or not to be? That is the question."
Honestly, that just reminds me. There's a scene where there's a ghost spouting Shakespeare in this.
Oh yeah.
My cat got to think.
Is it
special.
nobler to? I'm just like, oh no. I was like, wait, is that Hamlet's refrain? Like, what's happening here?
This was definitely a good read, though. I definitely enjoyed the hell out of this. I didn't think I would as much. I mean, I know I like Firefly, but yeah, no, this thing had me hooked. This was definitely a good read. I actually want to check out more of their comics. Maybe actually go back and give the show a watch. You never know.
Yo, if this inspires some folks who didn't check it out the first time around to like revisit, I mean, honestly, like you've just been missing out and doing yourself a disservice. The show was good, in my opinion, but also I feel like this was a very worthy follow-up, a very worthy successor, because it really felt, I mean, with the exclusion of some characters, that I was just watching another episode. It really felt like that.
Yeah.
I thought they did a great job continuing that sense. But yeah, it was a thumbs up for me. Shayna.
Yeah, no, this was a thumbs up for me. I enjoyed it. I really liked the focus that they had on Zoe, because I don't really think we got that many moments where we just focused on her and her backstory and her life. And because she comes to a pretty serious decision by the end of this run, it's good that you get to see like what was going through her head to get there and why she made that decision. So yeah, I also, Zoe's one of my favorite characters. Wash was actually my favorite character, but they killed him. Wow. So, but I love Zoe and I love those two characters together. So they were always great for me. So I'm glad to see more like firmly what was her next step, because losing her husband had shattered her, and it was like, well, how are you going to keep going? And the fact that her daughter is what helped keep her going and what was her guiding of all her decisions beyond that is good. I'm like, hey, Zoe. I'm sorry. I love Zoe, and I'm glad that I got more Zoe.
I'll say you can't fault that. Abby.
I have to give this a thumbs up because because of this, I finally made myself believe that planet Earth turns slowly. And it's hard to say that I'd rather stay awake when I'm asleep.
What? You know what? I'm gonna edit all that out, Mike.
It's definitely getting a thumbs up for me. This was, like I said, it was a good read. I honestly want to read it some more. I want to see if they got more comics out there. And I'm gonna be honest, it's rare that I read something that makes me want to say, all right, let me go back and watch this show and see what it's all about. But yeah, this is definitely getting a thumbs up for me. We'll see. I'm not gonna say I'm jumping into Firefly today, but I've got some time today, and I may just pop it on and
So like 13 episodes.
Yeah, a matter of personal preference, really.
The whole thing is only 13 episodes.
Yeah, they only got one.
Yeah.
One season. Only one season.
Fox
I got that.
unceremoniously canceled it. And to be fair, most of the episodes were shown out of order and got canceled because of baseball that year. So like people barely saw it. They were like, your ratings are low. It's like nobody knew when it was on.
Yeah. Didn't they put it on too at it was on like Friday nights?
Mm-hmm. Which is not a good time slot. And Fox had picked up for the playoffs that year, so they were broadcasting the baseball playoffs. So that also became an issue because they would put it in Firefly's slot more often than not.
It's just like, here, have a TV show when no one's watching.
Exactly, which was weird because they had several hit shows with Joss Whedon, and they canceled most of them after 1 or 2 seasons.
Dollhouse was another one.
Yep.
Well, I imagine somebody, I'm not gonna get into the controversy. Right. We all felt really positively about this show. God damn it, we felt really positively about this book. It's a book based off a show. Can I be faulted? Really?
It's okay. You're still free.
Yeah, you're free.
They can't take the Scott from me.
Exactly.
All right, but the book is called Firefly: The Fall Guys. It's out in trade now from Boom Studios. If anything we said if our shameless gushing over this damn story makes you want to check it out, by all means, go for it.